discipline, guardians of a proud nation under the motto, "For the motherland forever." Within its halls, a tri-service brotherhood flourishing, uniting commanders and cadets in
we are now witnessing the arrival of our chief guest, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired WWE, RWP and 2 bars, RSP and bar, USP, FNDU, PSC, the Secretary, Ministry of Defence.
Accompanied by Rear Admiral HGU Dhamikakumara, VSV, USP, PSC, the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University.
Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired WWE, RWP and 2 bars, RSP and bar, USP, FNDU, PSC, Secretary, Ministry of Defence.
Dr. B.K.K. Janadasa, Secretary, Ministry of Fisheries.
Professor Dr. Bahadur Singh, Director of Center for Leadership, Governance and Democracy, UNITA, International University.
General S.H.S. Kotigoda, retired WWE, RWP, RSP, VSV, USP, NDC, Chancellor of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University.
Dr. Sunil Kularatne, the Vice Chancellor, University of Vocational Technology.
Rear Admiral HGU Dhamikakumara, VSV, USP, PSC, M. Maritime Pole, the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University.
Miss N.M.R. Pereira, Additional Secretary, Defence, Ministry of Defence.
Major General P.R. Vanigasuriya, retired, VSV, USP, NDU, USA CGSC, Chief of National Intelligence.
Major General D.K.S.K. Dolage, USP, NPS, PSC, Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Army.
Rear Admiral K.D.D.C. Fernando, RSP, USP, RCDS, the Chief of Staff of Sri Lanka Navy.
Air Vice Marshal L. Sumanavira, RWP, RSP NBAR, MNDC, CTF, NDU, PSC, Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Air Force. Former Vice Chancellors, former Commandants, former Deputy Vice Chancellors, senior officers, senior professors, officers, lecturers, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning to all of you. Ladies and gentlemen, we warmly welcome you all to the inaugural ceremony of 18th International Research Conference of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University on the theme Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress. An international research conference of this caliber opens windows sharing not only for research scholars, scientists, but also for the practitioners, policymakers, experts, and university students alike.
Also, the conference team believes that the deliberation made today and tomorrow will transform into a timed intellectual academic dialogue. KDU, the prestigious defense university in Sri Lanka, aims at providing multidisciplinary stage to scholars and practitioners based in Sri Lanka and overseas to ingrain their novel cognitive thoughts, innovative research findings, and industrially applicable research ideas to fulfill the national responsibility entrusted upon us.
Ladies and gentlemen, we also want to acknowledge the presence of online participants joining from different parts of the world despite of their time differences. We are grateful for your presence with us today and for the continued confidence placed on General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University.
General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University, since its beginning, has rooted values at the seat of learning, transforming into teams ahead of us. For the motherland forever is what we at KDU believe in. Ladies and gentlemen, in order to pay respect to our alma mater, I respectfully invite you all to rise from your seats for the KDU anthem.
Please remain standing. For their love towards their motherland, they accepted death and thus renounced all debts and made immortal their patriotism and virtue. We do not know them all, but we of them all. All gave some gave all. Let us stand for a minute of silence to remember and honor the war heroes who made the ultimate sacrifice. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, you may take your seats.
In keeping up with the customs and traditions of our great nation, it's now time to light a guiding flame to symbolically mark the new beginnings. Now, I would like to respectfully invite the following dignitaries to light the oil lamp. Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired Secretary, Ministry of Defence.
Dr. B.K.K. Dinajasa, Secretary, Ministry of Fisheries. Professor Dr. Bahadur Singh, the keynote speaker.
General S. H. Kottegoda, retired Chancellor of General Sir John Kutalavala Defence University.
Dr. Sunil Kularatna, the Vice Chancellor, University of Vocational Technology.
Mrs. N.M.R. Pereira, Additional Secretary, Defence, Ministry of Defence.
Major General P.R. Vanigasuriya, retired Chief of National Intelligence.
Major General D.K.S.K. Dolige, Chief of Staff of Sri Lanka Army.
Rear Admiral K.D.D.C. Fernando, Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Navy.
Air Vice Marshal L. Sumanavira, Chief of Staff of Sri Lanka Air Force.
Accompanied by the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kutalavala Defence University, along with Conference Chair and Secretary.
We also request Deputy Vice Chancellor, Defence and Administration of KDU, and also Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics, to join this auspicious occasion. the emanating bright rays of the oil lamp before you all bring joy and success to the unfolding days of the KDU IRC 2025. Thank you.
Having received blessings, enlightenment, and wisdom, it is now my pleasure to officially commence the proceedings of General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University International Research Conference 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, let us begin this remarkable journey together.
The welcome dance, rooted in its tradition, is more than just an art, isn't it?
Yes. Before going through that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the curtain raiser.
Ladies and gentlemen, what we just watched was a curtain raiser of KDU IRC 2025. Now we are going to move with the welcome dance, which is one which blends rhythm, movement, and spirituality. It is not just about, multidisciplinary research, but it also gives the audience the cultural richness that reflects the multidisciplinary spirit of our gathering, where traditions and perspectives come together for a common purpose. In line with today's theme, Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress, this performance embodies both unity and harmony. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the talented dancing troupe of General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University, presenting us with a welcome dance to honor our guests and celebrate this inauguration ceremony with grace. Thank you for that spectacular performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to invite with respect the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University to welcome the distinguished audience. Sir, over to you.
The ultimate goal of a university is not only to transmit knowledge, but also to create new knowledge through research. The chief guest, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta retired, WWE, RWP, and 2 bars, RSP and bar, USP, the Secretary to the Ministry of Defense. Dr. Kolitha Jinadasa, the Secretary to the Ministry of Fisheries. Keynote speaker, guest of honor, Professor Dato Dr. Jasbir Singh. Chancellor, Chief of National Intelligence, Chief of Staff of Sri Lanka Army, Navy and Air Force, flag rank officers, Vice Chancellor of University of Vocational Technology, defense attaches, officials from Ministry of Defense, former chancellors and former vice chancellors, Deputy Vice Chancellor Defense and Administration, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, deans, directors, head of departments, officers of the Tri-Forces and police, academia, administrative staff, undergraduates, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Good morning to all of you. It is with great pride and honor that I stand before you at this International Research Conference organized by General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University. A university reaches its highest purpose when it moves beyond teaching to the creation of knowledge, and it is research that allows us to achieve that higher calling. I have the honor and privilege to welcome you all to the International Research Conference organized by the General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University, held this year as the 18th edition under the theme Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress. Ladies and gentlemen, today, under the theme Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress, we are reminded that universities must not only be custodians of knowledge, but also engines of innovation, guiding nations toward resilience, security, and sustainable development. At the very outset, I wish to extend a most respectful and heartfelt welcome to our chief guest, the Secretary to the Ministry of Defense, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired. Sir, you are deeply honored that you have accepted our invitation and graced this occasion with your esteemed presence. Your encouragement and guidance inspire us in all mission to advance knowledge that contributes not only to academic excellence, but also to national security and development. I also take this opportunity to warmly welcome our keynote speaker, Professor Dato Dr. Jasbir Singh. We are privileged to have you with us today, and we are eagerly looking forward to your scholarly insights that will enrich our deliberations and guide our future research endeavors. I would like to cordially welcome the Secretary to the Ministry of Fisheries, whose presence adds a great value and significance to this event. In the same spirit of honor, I take great pride in welcoming the Chief of Staff of Sri Lanka Army, Navy, and Air Force. Your esteemed presence here today reflects the unwavering partnership between the armed forces and this university, and it lends immense dignity in this occasion. A very special welcome is also extended to our Chancellor, past Chancellors, former Vice Chancellors, and former Deputy Vice Chancellors of KDU. Your leadership and vision have shaped the foundation upon which we continue to grow as a center for academics and research excellence. I also take this opportunity to extend a very warm welcome to the distinguished members of the diplomatic corps, including the defense attaches representing their respective countries in Sri Lanka. Your presence here today adds great value and reflects the strong bonds of friendship, cooperation, and mutual respect that we continue to cherish. I am equally pleased to warmly welcome the distinguished officials from the Ministry of Defense. Your presence here is a testament to the strong partnership we continue to uphold in advancing national interest and contributing to the broader security landscape. I also extend a very warm welcome to the Vice Chancellor, University of Vocational Technology, the members of our academic community, including the plenary speakers and session moderators. Your invaluable contributions are central to fostering knowledge, exchange, scholarly dialogue, and collaborative inquiry in shaping a sustainable future. I extend my respectful greetings to the officers representing the tri-services. Your participation highlights the essential bonds between research, professional practice, and national security. At this juncture, I extend my heartfelt welcome to all other distinguished invitees, together with the many participants who are joining us through cyberspace. Your presence, whether here in person or connected afar, adds depth and meaning to this gathering, making it a truly collective and memorable occasion. To the paper presenters and poster presenters, both local and international, I offer my warmest welcome. You are the heart of this conference, for it is through your research that knowledge advances, innovation emerges, and collaboration take root. My dear students, I extend a very special welcome. Your curiosity, dedication, and willingness to explore the new knowledge represent the true spirit of this conference. It is my hope that these proceedings will inspire you to think critically, to engage across disciplines, and to apply knowledge in service of humanity and the nation. Distinguished guests, the theme of this conference, Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress, is both timely and vital. Today's global challenges, be they in national defense, cybersecurity, climate change, public health, or economic development, are interconnected. No single discipline can provide complete solutions. It is only by bridging frontiers across subjects, across institutions, and across nations that we can develop innovative, inclusive, and sustainable approaches. At KDU, research is not an abstract exercise. It is integral to our mission as the nation's only defense university. Our academics and undergraduates alike are engaged in research that contributes to the protection of our people, the advancement of institutions, and the prosperity of our nation. Research into defense technology, cyber resilience, medicine, engineering, law, and social sciences all converge towards the singular goal of strengthening our nation's security and sustainable development. For the undergraduates, research is a transformative journey. It nurtures inquiry, sharpens analytical ability, and builds the confidence to challenge conventions. For academia, it is both a responsibility and a privilege. A responsibility to contribute to national development and a privilege to mentor the next generation of scholars and leaders. This conference is therefore not only a platform to share findings, but also a shape to exchange perspectives, foster collaborations, and inspire innovation. The dialogues that begin here will continue to shape the future far beyond these walls. Before I conclude, let me leave you with the words of our own General Sir John Kotalawala, whose timeless motto was Motherland Forever. This phrase reminds us that the ultimate purpose of our research, our teaching, and our scholarship is to serve humanity and to strengthen the nation. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, I extend a very warm welcome to all of you for the 18th edition of the International Research Conference, KDU. Let this conference be clear. Knowledge must not remain confined within journals or laboratories. It must cross boundaries, influence practice, and inspire solutions that build a secure and sustainable future. Thank you, and I wish this conference every success.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I respectfully invite Senior Professor K.S. Dhammika, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academics of KDU, to introduce the keynote speaker of the 18th International Research Conference 2025. Over to you, sir.
Chief guest, the Secretary to the Minister of Defense, guest of honor of IRC 2025, and guest of speaker, Professor Dato Dr. Jasbir Singh, Chancellor of KDU, Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellors, and former Vice Chancellors and Deputy Vice Chancellors of KDU, other distinguished guests and students and other participants. Very good morning to you all first. It is a privilege and honor to me for making this introduction to our guest of speaker. Professor Dato Dr. Singh was born on 21st November 1951 in Teluk, Itan. Apologize, sir, if I mispronounce it. Where he received his early education. He pursued his tertiary education in University of Malaya from 1972 until 1975. Upon graduation from University of Malaya, Professor Dato Dr. Jasbir Singh joined the administrative and diplomatic service in 1975 and was posted to the Ministry of Defense, Malaysia, where he served until November 2007. He serves in various capacities dealing with matters of procurement, human resource management, project management, management of defense reserves, offset management, bilateral defense industry cooperation, defense industry growth, and providing support to the hosting of international defense exhibitions such as LIMA Lima and DSA. As well as he has extended his contribution to the management of defense financial services in the context of operating expenditure. He retired as the Deputy Secretary General of the Ministry, overseeing matters of finance, human resource management, information technology, and general administration. Professor Dato Jalbir Singh then joined the National Defense University of Malaysia in December 2007, where he served until May 2024. He held the position of Deputy Vice Chancellor of the National Defense University of Malaysia. He was also the Director, Center for Leadership and Professional Development of the university. He also served as a research fellow at the Center of Defense and International Security Studies of the same university. Professor Dato Dr. Jasbir Singh was received numerous federal and state awards for the work he has done in strengthening ties between France and Malaysia particularly. He was awarded and he has been decorated with Chevalier d'Or by the government of France. So I honorably invite you to make your speech today for the IRC 2025.
A very good morning. Shubha Udatana. Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuekonta, Secretary, Ministry of Defense, members of the Board of Management of General Sir Kotavala Defense University, KDU, Rear Admiral HGU Damika Kumara, Vice Chancellor, KDU, eminent plenary speakers, rectors of KDU campuses and deputy vice chancellors, deans of faculties and directors of centers, senior military officers and police officers, academics and administrative staff, undergraduates, conference participants, both joining in physically as well as virtually, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed an honor and privilege to be invited by the esteemed General Sir John Kotelawala Defense University in this beautiful, magnificent, vibrant city of Colombo to deliver the keynote at this 18th International Research Conference 2025 on the vital theme of bridging frontiers, interdisciplinary research for sustainable progress. Thank you for the very kind invitation. Please allow me to mention that it has indeed been a great joy, a wonderful journey, and a wonderful experience to be associated with your great institution for over a decade. I recall last being here in August of 2015 when the first MOU was signed between KDU and the National Defense University of Malaysia. Let me also congratulate the wonderful performance that was put up by the cultural group. It was vibrant, it was colorful, it was full of energy, it was full of precision in choreography. And I think that probably symbolizes your great institution. Congratulations once again. And I'm told that the performance was actually put up by the students of your institution. Very impressive, and I must say that you have the ability not just to focus on academia, but also to blend the soft side of life into all that you do here. Ladies and gentlemen, in an age marked by unprecedented global challenges, climate change, pandemics, security issues, some of which were alluded to by the respectable Vice Chancellor, social inequalities, the solutions we see cannot remain confined within traditional borders. These challenges transcend academic disciplines, borders, and institutional silos. Addressing them demands a new paradigm, one that emphasizes collaboration, integration, and inclusivity. Let me begin by addressing the concept of bridging frontiers. From my perspective, bridging frontiers involves breaking down the conventional walls that separate academic fields, sectors, and geographies to create channels for collaboration and shared learning. It's about connecting diverse knowledge systems and communities to tackle complex problems in a unified, impactful way. In the context of research, it means crossing the boundaries of disciplines, institutions, and nations to co-create solutions responsive to global needs. Next is considering the essence of interdisciplinary research for sustainable progress. Now, this is more than just multidisciplinary work. It is the intentional integration and synthesis of theories, methodologies, and perspectives from multiple disciplines, spanning natural sciences, social sciences, humanities, defense and security, law, engineering, technology, policy, and so on. And again, some of these were alluded to by the respectable Vice Chancellor. Now, the idea or the goal of interdisciplinary research for sustainable progress is to generate holistic insights and sustainable solutions to pressing issues such as climate change, health equity, energy security, food systems, national security challenges, including cyber that was referred to earlier, and of course, social justice. It values complexity, inclusivity, and the long-term well-being of both people and the planet, which we dearly refer to as Mother Earth. In essence, therefore, interdisciplinary research for sustainable progress is about the integration of different disciplines, problem-focused, solutions-oriented, and systematic thinking. Now, why is this approach indispensable? Well, the challenges we face today are inherently complex and interconnected. No single discipline can capture the multifaceted nature of problems like the climate crisis or global pandemics. Interdisciplinary research enables the function of diverse perspectives, fostering innovative and novel solutions that are environmentally sound, socially just, and economically viable. It ensures research is policy relevant and actionable, paving the way for transformative social impact. Crucially, it aligns with the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals to promote inclusive and equitable progress worldwide. Over recent years, institutions worldwide have been shifting to embrace interdisciplinarity as a core research paradigm. Universities and research centers are forming interdisciplinary hubs, reforming policies to encourage cross-departmental collaboration, and revising evaluation metrics to value collaborative and societally impactful outputs. Funding agencies are moving from discipline-specific grants towards thematic, problem-based funding models. Yet, substantial challenges remain. Entrenched disciplinary silos persist in academia and administration, with distinct terminologies and methodologies that hinder communication and integration. Resistance from traditionalists, limited and fragmented funding for interdisciplinary research, difficulty assessing interdisciplinary outputs certainly slow progress. Building trust and productive collaborations across diverse fields is time-intensive and resource-demanding. These challenges, however, coincide with promising opportunities. We can harness digital and artificial intelligence tools to better connect researchers across disciplines and borders. Platforms like the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals Framework provides a shared agenda anchoring research efforts globally. Establishing networks bridging institutions between the global north and global south can foster equitable partnerships and knowledge exchange. To ground these ideas in reality, let me share examples from Malaysia and Sri Lanka, countries that exemplify the power of interdisciplinary approaches to meet sustainability challenges deeply rooted in their context. Admittedly, it is challenging to provide specific, highly detailed, real-time examples without direct access to ongoing databases. Nevertheless, based on common sustainability challenges and research trends, Let me share some examples of such interdisciplinary research. In Malaysia, projects such as the Low Carbon City Framework integrate engineering, urban planning, and social engagements to develop sustainable urban environments. Sustainable palm oil production involves the disciplines of agricultural science, environmental science, economics, social science, policy studies, and engineering. Marine conservation and sustainable fisheries draw on the disciplines of marine biology, oceanography, fishery science, environmental law, economics, and social anthropology. The Langkawi Geopark research team combines geology, tourism, indigenous knowledge, and environmental science to promote conservation and sustainable livelihoods. Additionally, initiatives in precision agriculture blend Internet of Things, or IoT, artificial intelligence, and agricultural sciences to optimize farming methods and advance food security. Now, here closer to home in Sri Lanka, collaborative research on climate-smart agriculture brings agronomy, economics, climate science, and rural sociology together to build farming resilience amid changing rainfall patterns. Research in sustainability tourism development integrates the discipline of tourism studies, environmental management, cultural heritage, economics, and community development. The research on water resources management includes things like engineering, hydrology, public health, chemistry, and social sciences. Post-conflict peace-building research unites political science, psychology, anthropology, and development studies to foster social cohesion and sustainable livelihoods in vulnerable regions. At the national level, interdisciplinary efforts analyze sustainable development goals interactions, engaging academia, government, civil society, and international agencies to enhance policy coherence and climate change adaptation. Such examples highlight essential differences and commonalities between developing and developed countries in their approach to interdisciplinary research. The differences, however, lie in the priorities, context, resources, and approaches to interdisciplinary research for sustainable progress. Developing countries often operate under constraints of limited funding and infrastructure, but prioritize community-driven, context-specific challenges with an emphasis on indigenous knowledge and capacity building. Developed countries may benefit from stronger resources, focusing more on cutting-edge innovation and theoretical advances. Yet both contexts share the imperative of integrating knowledge to address sustainability. Despite these differences, both developing and developed countries share the fundamental understanding that sustainable challenges are interconnected and require integrated solutions. Further, interdisciplinary collaboration is essential for problem solving And most importantly, research needs to be translated into actionable items for positive societal benefits and impacts. Ladies and gentlemen, to bridge frontiers across borders effectively, we must foster transnational research networks with equitable partnerships. Encouraging academic mobility and cross-cultural training is vital to building mutual understanding and trust. The sharing of open access data and collaborative digital platforms enhances transparency and cooperation. Bilateral and multilateral research agreements can formalize partnerships, ensuring sustained collaboration. Above all, equity must be at the heart of these efforts, valuing local knowledge on par with global expertise. Addressing the complexity and urgency of sustainability challenges also requires collective action by all stakeholders. Therefore, academic solutions must reform promotion and tenure systems to reward interdisciplinary contributions. Institutions should create enabling research environments, the right ecosystems, establishing centers and virtual platforms, and investing in capacity building with interdisciplinary training. Funding agencies must prioritize and offer flexible, multi-year disciplinary grants, supporting early career researchers and international partnerships, particularly focused on developing countries. Researchers themselves should embrace openness, cultivate T-shaped expertise, and engage actively with policymakers, communities, and industries to co-design impactful work. Further, policymakers and governments have a critical role by integrating research insights into policy frameworks, investing in national research infrastructure, and fostering international cooperation. Society too must support and value interdisciplinary solutions, participating as informed public stakeholders and citizen scientists while demanding evidence-based policies for sustainability. Conferences such as this 18th International Research Conference play a transformative role by serving as convergent points for diverse minds and intellectual discourse. They provide platforms for networking, sharing cutting-edge research and innovations, inspire the formation of new collaborations, and build capacity through workshops and mentorship. By engaging academics, researchers, professionals, policymakers, industry, NGOs, and communities, conferences translate research into practice, raise public awareness, and shape future research agendas aligned with societal priorities. Looking ahead, the notion of a shared future for mankind reminds us that we are bound together by our common humanity and interconnected destinies. Meeting immense challenges requires solidarity over competition, inclusive systems valuing all voices, and education that fosters global citizenship and interdisciplinary thinking. We must move from knowledge generation to action, committing to long-term partnerships that build resilient and equitable societies. responsible science and innovation guided by ethical considerations must underpin this journey. Ladies and gentlemen, in closing, let me mention that discipline of this nature and research of this nature, bridging frontiers through interdisciplinary research, is not merely an academic exercise. It is the foundation of innovations, policies, and social transformations needed for sustainable progress. We need to think globally and act locally, embark on inclusive innovation, have a long-term vision, and exercise collaborative leadership. Let us commit ourselves across disciplines and borders to collaborate with openness, respect, and shared purpose. Together, we can build a world that is not only scientifically advanced, but also just, inclusive, and sustainable for generations to come. I wish KDU all the very best in its journey to greatness and excellence, as well as organizing such research conferences in the years to come. I also wish all of you distinguished participants every success and plenty of takeaways from this 18th International Research Conference 2025 of General Sir John Kotelawala Defense University. Bohoma Stui, thank you, God bless, and Godspeed.
Now, I respectfully invite the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kotelawala Defense University, accompanied by the Adjutant of KDU IRC and the IRC Chair, to present the token of appreciation to the keynote speaker.
So it has been an honor to listen to an insightful address which beautifully set the tone for a conference theme, Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sirs.
As we progress through this morning, it is now my distinct honor to invite the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Defense and Administration to introduce our esteemed chief guest of 18th International Research Conference of General Sir John Kotelawala Defense University. Sir, over to you.
All distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. It is now my distinct honor to introduce our chief guest for the 18th International Research Conference 2025, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyekonta, retired WWV, RWP and 2 bars, RSP and bar, USP, MMSc Strategic Studies China, MSc Defense Studies Management, MSc Defense and Strategic Studies, FNDU China, PSc, the Secretary, Ministry of Defense. Sir, you are warmly welcome to the 18th International Research Conference of General Sir John Kotelawala Defense University in this morning. Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, a decorated war veteran and seasoned military leader, was appointed as the Secretary Ministry of Defense on 23rd September 2024, bringing his wealth of experience and dedication to one of the nation's highest defense positions. He is a proud product of Thurston College, Colombo, where he excelled in rugby, representing both his school and the combined Colombo School's rugby team. Further, he was awarded with the school rugby colors in year 1985. His illustrious military career commenced on 17th May 1988 when he joined the Sri Lanka Air Force as an officer cadet. His exceptional skills and leadership qualities quickly became apparent as he rose through the ranks, earning numerous merits of his bravery and strategic expertise. Throughout his career, Air Vice Marshal Tuyakonta has been at the forefront of Sri Lanka's most critical military operations, including the humanitarian operation to liberate North and East from the ruthless terrorism. His courage and tactical expertise in the face of enemy earned him the nation's gratitude and military honors like Veera Vikram Vibhushan, Rana Vikram Padakam for 3 times, and Ranasura Padakam twice. As a helicopter pilot, he has logged over 7,000 flying hours in various roles, including operational, VIP, and attack helicopter missions. His expertise in aerial warfare and his leadership as the commanding officer of No. 9th Attack Helicopter Squadron were instrumental in numerous successful operations. Ladies and gentlemen, his career is marked by a series of high-profile appointments that showcase his versatility and his strategic vision. He served as Defense Advisor to the High Commission of Sri Lanka in Islamabad, Pakistan from 2009 to 2011, followed by assignments as Base Commander of Sri Lanka Air Force Base Anuradhapura in 2013 and Chief Instructor at the Defense Service Command and Staff College, Sapukaskanda in year 2014. In 2017, he was appointed as the Commandant of the Sri Lanka Air Force Academy, China Bay, before taking on the appointment of Base Commander at Sri Lanka Air Force Base Katunayaka from 2017 to 2020. During his tenure at the Sri Lanka Air Force Base Katunayaka, he also held the position of overall officer commanding air defense. In 2020, he made the history by becoming the first ever officiating Southern Air Commander of the Sri Lanka Air Force. Prior to his appointment as the Secretary of Defense, he served as the Director of Training at Sri Lanka Air Force Headquarters. His leadership extends beyond military service, as he had also held the chairman appointments of Sri Lanka Air Force Hockey and Athletic Associations, demonstrating his commitment to sports and community involvement. His commitment to continuous learning is evident in his impressive academic credentials. He holds an MMSc in Strategic Studies from China, an MSc in Defense Studies in Management, an MSc Defense and Strategic Studies. He is also a graduate of the prestigious National Defense College in Beijing, China, further enhancing his strategic and diplomatic capabilities. He is married and a proud father of 3 daughters. As the Secretary of Defense, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta brings a unique combination of combat experience, strategic insight, and unwavering patriotism to safeguard and advance Sri Lanka's national security interests. With his extensive background in military operations, leadership, and strategic planning, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta is well positioned to guide Sri Lanka's defense policies and ensure the nation's security landscape. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a very warm welcome to our chief guest, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired Secretary, Ministry of Defense, and let me respectfully invite him to deliver the speech. Sir, over to you.
Thank you very much for that long introduction. It's an honor for me. Our guest, the keynote speaker of the International Research Conference 2025 of Kota Defense University, Professor Bahadur Singh, the Secretary to the Ministry of Fisheries, Dr. Kolita Jinadasa, the Chancellor of KDU, General Shanta Kottegoda, retired, the Vice Chancellor, Rear Admiral Dhammika Pumara, and the members of the KDU Board of Management, Deputy Vice Chancellors, all distinguished delegates, and foreign diplomats, defense attaches, former chancellors, vice chancellors, and commandants, all senior officers who are present here, officials representing the Ministry of Defense, vice chancellors of other universities, academic and non-academic staff of KDU, Chair of the International Research Conference 2025, and the team, the senior officers, distinguished guests, and dear students. Good morning to all of you. It is both an honor and a privilege to address this esteemed gathering at the 18th International Research Conference of General Sir John Kotalawala Defense University. I extend my sincere appreciation to the Vice Chancellor and the organizing committee for their gracious invitation and for the unwavering dedication to making this conference a reality. This year's theme, Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress, speaks directly to the challenges and responsibilities we face as a nation and as part of the global community. In a world where threats and opportunities transcend disciplinary boundaries, our ability to integrate knowledge across domains has become essential. Defense, security, technology, environment, health, and social equity are no longer separate conversations. They are interconnected imperatives that demand shared wisdom and united action. This is where KDU plays an indispensable role. As the only defense university in Sri Lanka, KDU is more than just an academic institution. It is a national asset. It nurtures leaders for the armed forces while providing world-class education to civilian students. It produces research that strengthens defense capabilities while also provides advanced solutions in medicine, engineering, law, and governance. It serves as a bridge between the military and the wider intellectual professional community, supporting both national security and national development. The value that KDU brings to the military and to the country is immense. It provides, with cutting-edge research, a steady stream of disciplined and well-educated officers and a platform to engage with international scholars and institutions. For Sri Lanka as a whole, KDU stands as a beacon of interdisciplinary learning, blending the ethos of military service with the spirit of academic inquiry. In this significant moment, we must also remember the legacy of General Sir John Kotalawala, after whom this university is named.
As a statesman, patriot, and philanthropist, he entrusted his state and vision to serve the higher ideals of education and the defense of the nation. In today's world, where hybrid threats and emerging challenges such as cyber warfare, misinformation campaigns, and biosecurity risks increasingly define the security landscape, universities like KDU are called upon to provide not just knowledge, but foresight. Having the capacity to anticipate future risks, innovate proactively, and propose practical solutions, KDU plays a key role as a unique think tank for the Ministry of Defense and to the nation. This dual role as both an academic hub and a policy support institution ensures that Sri Lanka is not merely reacting to crises, but actively shaping a safer and more resilient future. KDU's role is fostering international collaboration is equally important. By connecting Sri Lanka's scholars and officers with global networks, KDU ensures that our defense and development strategies are informed by best practices and comparative insights. This exchange of knowledge strengthens our own institutions while contributing to the broader global dialogue on peace, stability, and sustainable progress. It also highlights the fact that academic diplomacy can be just as powerful as traditional diplomacy in building mutual trust and understanding amongst nations. Ladies and gentlemen, the deliberation of this conference will not only enrich academic discourse, but will also contribute directly to the resilience and progress of our nation. I urge all participants to engage deeply, collaborate openly, and carry forward the spirit of bridging frontiers in your future endeavors. I wish the 18th International Research Conference every success, and I commend General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University for its enduring commitment to academic excellence, national service, and global responsibility. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir. We respectfully invite you to remain on stage, sir. Sir, we are deeply grateful for your timely and insightful words, which have truly inspired everyone present here today and set a distinguished benchmark for IRC 2025.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I respectfully call upon the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kotalawala Defence University, accompanied by the Deputy Vice Chancellor Defence and Administration and IRC Chair 2025 to present the token of appreciation to our esteemed Chief Guest. Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now ready to present you with something which is truly vibrant and full of life.
Yes, that's right, Swasana. This item is not mere dance. It's celebration of cultures, rhythms, and songs where the voices blended together in harmony.
Absolutely, Imran. What makes KDU unique is that our student community is truly diverse, multi-talented, and also multicultural, and they are full of energy.
Indeed, it is not just day scholars. We also have multi-talented officer cadets, which they also join hand in hand with creativity together. They create something unique and special where the perfect blend of discipline and artistry is formed.
Indeed, Imran. What makes this even more special is that among our officer cadets, we also have some foreign cadets who are really talented. And this performance is symbolic of their friendship and unity.
I couldn't agree more with her comments when it is coming to their confidence in presenting. So you all are eagerly waiting for that. Just as the conference theme reminds us, Bridging Frontiers, Interdisciplinary Research for Sustainable Progress. This item brings frontiers of culture together through the music and dance.
Yes, Imran. We are eagerly waiting for a fantastic performance, ladies and gentlemen, from traditional beats to modern rhythms, from graceful movements to energetic steps. This performance is a journey across borders and traditions.
And most importantly, it shows us no matter where we come from, no matter where our origin is, no matter what our cultures are, no matter what religion we observe, no matter which region we are born of, immaterial of all these indifferences, we, the art, has the power to unite us all.
Exactly. Music connects everybody around. And you know what, Imran? KDU, the prestigious seat of learning, is so good at molding our students not only in terms of academics, but in terms of extracurricular activities.
Indeed, KDU specially promotes its own inherent dancing troupe, which has different ethos with it. When it is coming to that, we have traditional dancers, we have Western dancers, we have ballet dancers, and also we practice our traditional singing styles, as well as our cadets and day scholars are also equally capable of demonstrating many. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in welcoming our very own talented day scholars and officer cadet who are the students of KDU on stage for a special performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to experience this colorful celebration, a combination of music, dance, and also singing.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcome the talent student of KDU on stage.
දේව සාමි දරුවාණන් වහන්සේ කතරගමකට මහා කතරගමට කුඩා කතරගමට සෙල්ලම් දුවට ලේන දුවට මණික් ගංගාවට මුතු පන්දියට ගිරිවැර වහන්සේට රුහුණු සත්පත්තුවට වලවේ ගංගාවට යහදින් බැල්ම දිවස්නා වූ ඔබ වහන්සේ රන්නනුදා සද්දා නිමන අතරතුරේදී මුහුදු කරදිය වලල්ල ඇතින් බැල්ම දිවස්නා වූ ඔබ වහන්සේට මේ නන්නෝනරයන්ගේ කන්න ලව්ව පුදුම කරුණාවට ගන්නවයි දුකට පීඩ වෙනවයි දැන වැරදි කෝටියක් වැරදි වලට සමා වෙනවයි කීර්ති කතානේ සක්විත්වත් හිරුට වැන්න සිංහල දීපේ දුස්පානේ කුපෙන් පැණි රස වැහේ ගම්මානේ ගිගුම් දිති සිංහල නාදේ ඕ ඕ පවතින වයිමේ මුළු දෙරනා අනවින රෝග දෙස දුරු කළ බලවඩනා ගණ දෙවි නුවණ ලැබ සතොසින ආවඩනා ගණ දෙවි නුවණ ලැබ සතොසින ආවඩනා
Thank you very much for that amazing performance.
Ladies and gentlemen, General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University recognizes the academic staff and students of General Sir John Kuthalawala University with their research capabilities who have excelled in research by awarding Annual Research Excellence Award. The objective of this award has been to promote and encourage academia and students to engage in high-quality research and thereby strengthening the research profile of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University.
Ladies and gentlemen, to do the honors, I now respectfully invite Professor Lieutenant Colonel Prasad Premaratna, the Dean, Research and Development of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University, to declare the Research Excellency Awards 2024.
Thank you very much, Vasana and Major Imran. Esteemed Chief Guest, distinguished dignitaries, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all you. General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University is deeply committed to promoting and conducting a culture of high-quality research, thereby strengthening its institutional research profile. We always encourage our academia and students to engage in high-impact research and to disseminate their findings through publications in reputable local and international peer-reviewed citation index journals and conferences. As a part of this commitment, KDU yearly bestows the Research Excellence Awards to recognize most outstanding researchers in both academic staff and student categories. For the 5th consecutive year, KDU invited applications for the Research Excellence Awards 2024 based on research outputs from 2022 to 2024. We received a substantial number of applications from academic staff and students. These were vigorously reviewed by expert panel comprising both internal and external expertise. Following their evaluation, the Senate recommended the most outstanding researcher awards in 2 categories: arts, humanities, and social sciences, and natural sciences and applied sciences.
Ladies and gentlemen, to present the award, it is my privilege to invite our esteemed chief guest, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired the Secretary, Ministry of Defence, accompanied by the Vice Chancellor of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University and the Dean of Faculty of Defence and Strategic Studies, to present the Research Excellence Award of year 2024.
First, student category winners. Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences category. The most outstanding student researcher in this category is Day Scholar Tisara Devanmini Sandanayaka of the Faculty of Law. Still, a third-year undergraduate, Tisara serves an inspiring example to all students, having already published numerous high-quality articles across diverse fields, including intellectual property law, international law, human rights, IT law, law-related forensic medicine, and arbitration law. May I now invite Day Scholar Tisara Devanmini Sandanayaka from the Faculty of Law, the most outstanding student researcher of 2024 in Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences category, to the stage. Natural Sciences and Applied Sciences category. The most outstanding student researcher is Day Scholar Aditya Oshadi from the Department of Civil Engineering of the Faculty of Engineering. Aditya is recognized for her remarkable research in building materials, aiming to create stronger, more sustainable solutions for future of constructions. Through her many research publications, she brings pride to KDU and highlights the university's contribution to impactful research in this field. May I now invite Day Scholar Aditya Oshadi of the Faculty of Engineering, the most outstanding student researcher of the year 2024 under Natural Sciences and Physical Sciences category, to the stage. We now turn to academic category winners: Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences. The most outstanding academic researcher in this category is Professor Bimali Indraratna. As a professor in English language teaching from the Department of Languages of Faculty of Management, Social Sciences, and Humanities, her research work spans several important subfields, including psycholinguistics, dyslexia, and inclusive teaching. Over the past 3 years, she has produced an impressive body of research, including numerous publications in peer-reviewed, internationally citation index journals, many in collaboration with highly reputed foreign scholars. She has achieved an overall H-index of 10, reflecting the significant impact and influence of her contributions in advancing knowledge in her field. I now invite Professor Bimali Indraratna, most outstanding researcher in Arts, Humanities, and Social Sciences in 2024, to the stage. Natural Sciences and Applied Sciences category. The most outstanding researcher in this category is Dr. Nipun Lakshita De Silva. Dr. Nipun serves as a senior lecturer in medicine at the Faculty of Medicine and as a consultant endocrinologist at the University Hospital KDU. He has conducted numerous significant clinical research studies in the field of endocrinology, with a particular focus on reproductive endocrinology and diabetes. His strong research collaborations with prestigious international universities has brought greater recognition to KDU. Over the past 3 years, Dr. Nipun has published extensively in both local and international peer-reviewed citation index journals. He has achieved an overall H-index of 19, a remarkable measure of his scholarly productivity and citation impact. This demonstrates his profound commitment to advancing medical science and clinical research. Ladies and gentlemen, may I now invite Dr. Nipun Lakshita De Silva of the Department of Clinical Sciences, Faculty of Medicine, the most outstanding researcher in 2024 in the Natural Sciences and Applied Sciences category, to the stage to receive his award.
Thank you, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, a prestigious conference like KDU IRC 2025 does not come together overnight. Months of meticulous planning, coordination, and attention to details go into ensuring its success and maximizing value for all its stakeholders. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming to the stage the Chair of IRC 2025, Dr. Samira Senanayake, to deliver the vote of thanks. Over to you, Dr. Samira.
Chief guest, the Secretary to the Ministry of Defense, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Nudiyakonta, retired. Keynote speaker, Professor Dato Bahadur Singh, Vice Chancellor KDU, Deputy Vice Chancellor KDU, Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, all distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to all of you. It is my great honor and privilege to deliver the vote of thanks at the closing of the inaugural session as the chair of the 18th International Research Conference of General Sir John Kotalawala Defense University. This conference stands as a proud testament of months of hard work, collaboration, and unwavering commitment to academic and professional excellence. And none of this would have been possible without the dedicated support and leadership of several key individuals, to whom we owe our deepest gratitude. First and foremost, I would like to extend our sincere gratitude to our chief guest, Secretary to the Ministry of Defense, Air Vice Marshal Sampath Nudiyakonta, for gracing this occasion with your esteemed presence on this event. A special note of thanks to our keynote speaker, Professor Dato Dr. Bahadur Singh, for sharing your valuable insights, which have provided us with the compelling context of the discussions ahead. Your expertise has truly enriched this opening session. We are deeply grateful to our Vice Chancellor, Rear Admiral Dhammika Kumara, whose vision and encouragement have been the driving force behind this successful endeavor. Sir, your leadership continues to inspire and elevate the standards of research and academic engagement at our great university. A special thank you is also deeply owed to our Deputy Vice Chancellor, Defense and Administration, Brigadier Pradeep Ratnayaka, for his constant support and guidance given to the Central Committee throughout the planning and execution for this conference. Sir, your keen involvement, thoughtful advice, and strategic oversight have helped us navigate every challenge with clarity and confidence. We are also deeply grateful to the Director Logistics, Commodore RSL Karunaratne, whose essential support throughout this process ensured that every logistical need was met seamlessly. Your behind-the-scene efforts played a crucial role in the smooth operation of this event. A special word of appreciation is extended to the presidents of the respective conference committees for their continuous support in ensuring the organizational strength of this conference. Your commitment has been vital in bringing this event a success. Further, I would like to thank all the faculty coordinators who worked day and night tirelessly to ensure the smooth conduct of today's proceedings. Your commitment is truly commendable. Last, but certainly not least, I would like to thank each and every member of the Central Committee who helped me in this process for the past few months. A special thank you goes to Conference Secretary, Mrs. Darshini Jayakodi, Conference Co-Secretaries Major Sunet Pereira, Ms. Ridmi Maddumage, and Mrs. Tarani Kavya. Your tireless dedication, collaborative spirit, and attention to detail have made this conference a resounding success. Each one of you played an integral role, and I am truly proud of what we have achieved together as a team. Finally, I would like to wish Dr. Thirini Wijeyaratna, IRC co-chair, all the best and good luck for the IRC 2026. And always remember, we will be always there to support you throughout the process next year. As we conclude this inaugural session, let us carry the spirit of this gathering into the technical sessions and discussions ahead, which will follow today and tomorrow. Together, let us strive to bridge frontiers and advance interdisciplinary research for a sustainable future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Samira. Ladies and gentlemen, as the agenda draws to an end, this marks the conclusion of the inaugural ceremony of 18th International Research Conference of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University.
We warmly welcome you all to participate in the diverse sessions today and tomorrow, contributing to meaningful deliberations and the success of this conference.
We respectfully invite the distinguished dignitaries to join us for the official photographs in the lobby area. Air Vice Marshal Sampath Tuyakonta, retired Secretary, Ministry of Defence; Dr. B.K.K. Dyanadasa, Secretary, Ministry of Fisheries; Professor Dr. Bahadur Singh, keynote speaker; General S.H.S. Kotegoda, retired Chancellor of General Sir John Kuthalawala Defence University; Dr. Sunil Kularatna, Vice Chancellor, University of Vocational Technology; Ms. N.M.R. Pereira, Additional Secretary, Defence, Ministry of Defence; Major General P.R. Vanigasuriya, retired Chief of National Intelligence; Major General D.K.S.K. Dolage, Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Army; Rear Admiral K.D.D.C. Fernando, Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Navy; Air Vice Marshal L. Sumanavira, Chief of Staff, Sri Lanka Air Force; the Vice Chancellor, Deputy Vice Chancellors, IRC Secretary and Chair. I respectfully invite all the dignitaries proceed on to the lobby area.
We kindly request all the other distinguished guests to remain in the auditorium.
Further, I would now respectfully request Conference Co-Chair and Mr. Navaramanan, Dr. Chris Sridhar, Dr. Shrimrao Aksana, Professor Bartonuski, Professor Martin Reynolson, Dr. Rakesh Manal Patel, Professor Laxman Ganwali, Professor Golin Chambers, Professor Rajini Kumar Palaniappan, Dr. Jabbi Iqbal, Professor Naveen Chandrakanna, Professor Osmanov, Senior Professor Zibing Wu, Dr. Challapalli Srinivas, Mr. Dustin Bickel, Mr. M.K.T. Kavya, Miss M.K.T. Kavya, to proceed on to the photograph. Ladies and gentlemen, now we take a moment to honor our sponsors who made this day possible.
Got to open an urgent LC. Now?
Stay in control of your business wherever you are. Next-gen digital banking from People's Bank.
The Bank of Ceylon has been named Sri Lanka's most valuable brand for 2025 by Brand Finance Lanka. For over 8 decades, we have stood by Sri Lankans through every milestone, every challenge, every aspiration. This honor belongs to every citizen who trusted us, supported us, and stood with us. You are the power behind our rise. Elevated by the people, crowned by the nation. Bank of Ceylon, bankers to the nation.
I'm going shopping.
Banking that fits your lifestyle. Next-gen digital banking from People's Bank.
With that, ladies and gentlemen, we conclude the formal proceedings of 18th inaugural session of 18th International Research Conference 2025 for the motherland forever.
Thank you and have a pleasant day ahead.
Your refreshments will be available on the second floor and the first floor as directed. Please have your refreshments and join us with the plenary sessions. Thank you very much.